Stay positive no matter our circumstance and no matter our situation and no matter what is going on around us. We know that our God is a God who never fails and he has no track record of failing, and therefore we shall make it. All right, so welcome to this episode. This is your boy Kenneth Ehud. You know how we do it. I always bring you the best. So on this episode, I am treating the topic reason why you should stay positive. You understand? And we are basing this on the Bible, which is our standard for living our lives as Christians. So I'm taking this from the book of Numbers chapter 13 and 14. But before that, let me summarize my story before I make my point. So, the Israelites were in captivity for 400 years before the Lord rescued them through Moses. And they were on a journey to the land that he had promised them, which is Canaan, right? So, when they got closer to Canaan, on the wilderness of Paran, the Lord instructed Moses to send 12 spies into the land. He selected 12 leaders out of the 12 tribes of Israel into the land. And when they came back, when you read Numbers chapter 13, this was the criteria that Moses gave them. He says, see what the land is like. That is Numbers chapter 13 verse 18. See what the land is like, whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many, what kind of land they live in. Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Are they unwalled or fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land. So they went into this land to explore the land for 40 days. And before I give you the reason why you should stay positive, I just want to paint these two scenarios for you, and how the people who went into the land to explore the land for 40 days, this was the feedback that they came with. They said, they gave Moses this account, verse 27. They said, we went into the land to which he sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. That means the land is fruitful. The land is excellent. But they went on to say, but the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. So the descendants of Anak came from Nephilim. The Nephilim are the children of the sons of God who came down from heaven to sleep with the daughters of men. And they brought forth giants. That was where the descendants of Anak came from. They were all giants. I mean, they came from a family of giants. That is why they emphasized on that part. He said, but Caleb silenced the people. So out of the 12 spies, there were 2 people who gave good reports, and there were 10 people who gave bad reports. And that is why I want you to know that in every situation, the people who give bad reports are always plenty than the people who give good reports. So Caleb also went into the land with the people and explored the land for 40 days. And he said, we should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. You understand? So these were the 2 people who had gone into the land to explore the land, and this was what they had seen and what the reports they had brought. And I want you to also know from this scenario that bad news travels faster. Let me give you an example. Like when a renowned gospel artist decides to bring out an album, it will travel fast, we all know. But in case that same artist go and commit adultery, bloggers even say that bad news travel faster. People consume bad news, so they seek to be interested in posting bad news. That is why you always see bad news circulating on the internet. It is nothing but because people seem to consume that content faster. You understand? So let me now come to the reason why you have to stay positive. So this is what the Lord said. After the Lord has witnessed this of his people. That night, when you read Numbers chapter 14, verse 1, this was what the bad news caused the people to do. That night, all the members of the community raised their voice and wept aloud. All the Israelites grumbled against Moses and Aaron, and the whole assembly said to them, "If only we had died in Egypt and in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us to this land only for us to fall by the sword? Our wives and children will be taken as splendor. Wouldn't it be better for us to go back to Egypt?" And they said to each other, "We should choose a leader and go back to Egypt." So that was how critical the issue became. You understand? So when you read chapter 14, verse 11, the Lord said to Moses, "How long would these people treat me with contempt? How long would they refuse to believe in me, in spite of all the signs I have performed amongst them? I will strike them down with a plague and destroy them, and I will make you into a nation greater and stronger than they." You understand? So this was what came out of the bad reports people gave. So this is the reason why you shouldn't give bad reports. Because they were leaders, they had influence over the people. And because they were all leaders, we were 12, 2 people gave good reports. But because 10 people out of the leaders gave bad reports, that is why the people held on to the bad report. You understand? So you have to know. I mean, you can't tell me that you're not a leader. By all means, even if you're not the firstborn in your family, maybe you are the third born, you are still a leader over someone. You understand? Maybe in your church, you are still a leader in your church over someone. Maybe you have a shepherd in your church. We are all leaders one way somehow. Maybe at work, in school, at church, at home, we are all leaders. So the utterances that you make really influences the decision of others. Let me tell you why you have to stay positive. Because, some of us, we've never tried something because of what we've heard about the thing. Because maybe if you've heard that this course is very difficult, we never decide to try it. You understand? So that is how crucial our words are. You understand? That is how the extent of which our reports, our bad reports or our good reports can go. If we decide to think positive and stay positive, we would influence those who look up to us very much. So let me now tell you why you have to stay positive. Listen, Numbers chapter 14, verse 23, it says, God said, "Not one of them will ever see the land I promised on oath to their ancestors. No one who has treated me with contempt will ever see it. But because my servant Caleb has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly, I will bring him into the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it." You understand? So this is the reason why you have to stay positive. Because at the end of the day, God will know whether you trust and have faith in him. Your utterances will tell the stand in which you take. You understand? Your utterances, if you stay positive, the Lord will know. The Lord will know that you remember what he has done for you. Because the Israelites, the Lord brought you out of captivity in Egypt. The same God helped you cross that Red Sea when the Pharaoh and his men pursued you. The same God fell manna from heaven to feed you when you had no food to eat. And now you are almost at the promised land, the land in which the Lord God has promised you. And you go to survey the land, and now you decide to go all the way back to Egypt into captivity. See these people, how ungrateful they are. The fact that you cannot stay positive would show how ungrateful you are to God for him bringing you all this way. If you cannot stay positive, it will tell God that you are not grateful. Let me also go up to read Numbers chapter 14, verse 26. Listen, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "So tell them, as surely as I live, You know, the Lord lives forever. The Lord is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So if the Lord is saying, as long as I live, you should know, Charlie, how authentic his word is. So he said, as surely as I live, declares the Lord, I will do to you the very thing I heard you say. So this is the reason why you have to stay positive, because the Lord will do to you exactly what you say. Understand? So the utterances you make is what will manifest in your life. Listen to what the Lord said to Moses. Let me read it again. Numbers chapter 14 verse 28. This is where my whole message is at. It said, so tell them, as surely as I live, declares the Lord, I will do to you the very thing I heard you say. You understand? So this is the reason why you have to stay positive. The Lord God will do to you exactly what you say. So no matter the situation and how difficult the circumstances are, the Lord God will see you through it. Just have that faith. Have that faith for that promotion you are looking forward to, for that studio you are looking forward to, for that work you are looking forward to, for that exam you want to pass. Note that the Lord God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all things. I mean, he knows what he knows. He knows what is good for you. You understand? So it shows clearly when you stay positive where your mindset is. It shows in your utterances, your stand. Don't give up too easily in life. Don't give up too easily in life. For you, the Lord God will do exactly what you say. And that is the main reason why you have to stay positive in this life. All right, so that was our discussion for today and our topic for today. Reason why you have to stay positive. And I hope you learned something from it, because at the end of the day, what you say is what God is going to do, or what you say is what will manifest in your life. For on that day, our utterances would be accounted for. You understand? And even out of our mouth comes words of life and of death. But choose life. The option is up to us to choose. You understand? So no matter what your situation is in life, make sure you stay positive. Try as much as possible not to complain too much to the Lord, not to grumble, not to murmur. Rather, let the Lord know your stand. Let the Lord know that you have faith in Him. Understand? Because with Him all things are possible. Let Him know that your confidence and your assurance is in Him and Him alone. You understand? Let Him know that He is your Lord of Lords, and besides Him there is no other God apart from Him. Let Him know, based on your decisions and your actions and your utterances, that you look to Him and only Him. Just like Hannah always looked unto God and prayed unto God in her time of distress. Go to God in your time of distress. Let Him know that without Him you cannot make it. Without Him you are no one. Without Him you can't achieve nothing or gain nothing. Let Him know. Let Him know. Let Him know through the utterances of your word. Let the Lord know that it is Him alone that you trust, and it is Him alone that you give all reverence to. You understand? So I hope you come to that realization and come to that place where we would stay positive no matter our circumstance and no matter our situation and no matter what is going on around us. We know that our God is a God who never fails, and He has no track record of failing, and therefore we shall make it. You know, when I was in school, way back in school, I had a company that always said ebefa. No matter the situation, they knew say ebefa. Charlie. Ebefa. And right now, all those boys, they are doing well for themselves because they professed good things and they knew that no matter the circumstances that we were going through on campus, there was a brighter future ahead. All we needed to do was to persevere and conquer. That was all we needed to do. Rather than living in confusion and in despair, let's give the utmost reverence to God and let us live according to His will and His purpose by surrendering to Him and living according to what He tells us and what He lays on our hearts to do, because He knows the best for us. I hope you had a wonderful session today. God bless you for joining me. I go by the name Ken Lord Ehud. Thanks for being a part of today's show. Shalom, peace, life to you.